To say you gotta know somebody, oh know somebody to get somewhere these days. To say you know that's alright, yeah that's alright. Cause you know that's alright with me. Yeah you know that's alright, yeah that's alright. Cause you know that's alright.
Anyway, I got some things I want to talk about tonight. Primarily the main thing I want to talk about tonight is what I call my 2020 vision, which is a strategy for buying real estate in today's market with no money, with no banks, and I want to share it with everybody tonight. So I'm going to go through my usual presentation. If you see me speak before, some of it is familiar. I'll zip through it pretty quick because I want to get to the 2020 vision and talk about that. If you got any questions, just throw them out there, whatever. We'll just have some fun tonight. So everybody calls me Philly Phil. That's where I grew up. That's where I started investing in real estate. And it sounds a hell of a lot better than Warminster Phil. So I don't go by Warminster Phil. I started in this business in 1989 at the age of 23, and I just never stopped. And I love this business. I mean, I love this business, okay, more than anybody. If you know what you're doing in this business and you dedicate yourself to it, it's a tremendous way to make millions of dollars and have a wonderful life where you're not stressed out. And I think I have both of those things now. And I think that in the future, in this next cycle that we're in right now, it's going to happen again. And anybody in here who wants that kind of a life, to be in control of your own destiny, to make millions of dollars in real estate, I think it's easy if you just do the right things. So I'm going to give you some ideas about that tonight. I think there's amazing opportunities coming. I'm always saying, get busy buying. I don't know if anybody here signs up for my web TV show, but that's something I'm always saying. It's time to start buying real estate. A lot of people are going, I don't know, I'm on the fence, I don't know if it's the right, well, I'll tell you, I'm calling it. It's time. It's time to get busy buying. So I'm going to share with you tonight my plan to make some money, and let's do it. So what type of investor am I? Primarily, I'm a buy and hold guy. That's how I started in this business. And I kind of went full circle. I did every kind of investment strategy you could think of. And I came full circle right back to buy and hold. And I just think that there's a lot of ways to make money in the real estate business, but that's the easiest and best way. You know, if you stick in it long enough, you're going to get the greatest rewards. And so for me, that's the way I do it. You know, so anything you buy right now, you know, you're probably, I call it my 2020 vision, because you're keeping it till at least 2020. Like I am. I don't know about you. I'm keeping it till at least 2020. Plus, it's a, you know, cute thing with, you know, I got perfect vision. I know exactly where I'm going, right? Maybe it'll be 2025. Who cares? If I'm still breathing in 2025, I'll be a happy guy. Okay, so that's the plan. I love commercial real estate. That's where my real passions lie. I've done probably some of the most exciting and interesting commercial real estate deals that anybody from DIG has done. And but right now I'm pretty terrified of that arena, especially since my favorite sector of commercial real estate is office space. I love the office space business. And right now, that's a dangerous thing, you know, with unemployment the way it is. It's not the greatest time to be buying office buildings. This is a copy of my book. I'll pass one around for everybody. You can check it out. So, you know, I'm always looking at commercial, though. Always looking. And I'll tell you tonight about some of the things that I'm looking at, some of the recent stuff that I've been bidding on, and where that's been going. I usually, when I need income, because I don't have a job, so I live off my portfolio. When I need income, I'll do a flip here and there. You know, I usually do 2, 3, whatever it is, a year. Sometimes I've done 5 or 6. But right now, that's pretty hard to sell properties. I'm sure you guys already know that. So the flips have dried up a little bit. So I had to kind of come up with a different way where I could still make money without selling my building. So I'm going to share that with you tonight. And, you know, I like to consider myself now, I'm like a deal engineer. That's kind of the way I think of myself these days. I spend most of my time trying to figure out what's going on here. I spend most of my time trying to figure out. Hey, my tech guy will take care of it. I spend most of my time trying to figure out, you know, do I want to touch these commercial properties right now? And if not, then I still have to find a way to make a living. I can live off of my current portfolio, but I have to be careful. So, thank you, sir. So one of the things I'm doing is I'm over borrowing on deals I'm doing. I'll talk about that tonight. And I'm doing rent-to-owns. Okay, so I'm doing, lease-to-owns so that I can get paid on some of these houses that I'm keeping. So I'll get into more detail about that tonight. This is my book. It's called Addicted to Real Estate, Why I Can't Stop and Why You Should Start. And it's $20 for 20 years experience, so it's only $1 a year. You better hurry up and buy it now, because next year it's going to be $21. And anybody who wants a copy, I have them with me tonight. I'd be happy to sign them for you. So I want to talk about the cover of my book for a second, because this cover is not just, some people look at it and they go, well, that's a cute cover, that's funny, Phil. It wasn't meant to be funny, and it wasn't meant to be cute. This cover here represents my entire philosophy on real estate, okay? I put a lot of brain power into this, right? Here's my wife, we're sitting on a beach, she's saying, Phil, honey, are you listening? Well, I'm not listening to her. I'm addicted to real estate. What the hell am I going to listen to her for, right? The balloon over my head says, a $12 million portfolio with a 7% annual increase is $840,000 a year in equity. That right there is the entire philosophy, okay? $12 million portfolio, I don't know there's a lot of experienced people in this room. But if you're a newbie, $12 million sounds like a crazy number for a portfolio. I can assure you, if you dedicate yourself to this business, it might take you one cycle, it might take you 1.5 cycles. It's an achievable number. And just imagine you had a $12 million portfolio. I'm asking for a 7% annual increase. That's pretty reasonable, right? Okay, 840 grand in equity. Where the hell are you going to make that kind of money? A CEO who makes $1.4 million a year, he might be bringing home 840 grand a year in equity, but I can guarantee you he's not sitting on a beach. I don't think he is. He's probably tearing his hair out of his head. He's been divorced twice, okay? So the whole thing for me, my philosophy, is not only to get rich from real estate and buy and hold strategy, but to be sitting on that beach, okay, to really make that happen, right? And I can see at the stage of my career right now that it's going to happen. All I need to do is somehow still be above ground instead of below. If I can do that, I'm fairly confident it's going to happen. So I don't want to just make money. I want to live the kind of life that I want. So the real question is, how do you do that? Can you live off of cash flow from a $12 million portfolio? I think probably no problem. You better buy it. If you're buying right, that won't be a struggle. And people always say, well, you can't eat equity. Well, that's baloney, because I've been on a strict equity diet since 1997. All right, if you buy enough properties, you can always afford to dump one here and there. The truth is, you don't even need to read my book. All you need to do is buy it, prop it up, and stare at that picture on the cover all day long. Okay? Because that pretty much tells you everything you need to know. All right. This is the jewel of my portfolio. This is a 47-unit full-service office building in Huntington Valley. It's called Executech Suites. Now, I want to tell you the story about how I bought it, what I did with this building, because for me, this is the key to everything. If you're going to be buying properties, buying, which is my strategy right now, at some point, what are you going to do with those properties? If you just dump them all at the end of the cycle, well, now you just created a massive taxable situation, and that's not good. Okay, you got to have something to do with it. So what I want to do with it, what I recommend that people do with it, is they're going to convert their residential properties into commercial properties at the right times. Okay? So why would you do that? If you're selling all your properties because you don't want to lose the value that you've built up in them, why would you put all your money in commercial? The answer is simple. residential properties, the value of residential properties are controlled by the comps that are in the area wherever that property is, and you have no control over that. A commercial property is not valued that way. Commercial property is valued by how much money it makes mostly. That's how it's valued. It's certainly, comps come into play, but at a much, much lower percentage. And if you're good at what you do, and you're dedicated to what you do, you're going to kick people's butts, okay? I'm killing the competition where my building is. I've got 47 offices right now. There's like 2 vacancies, okay? And I'm surrounded by empty buildings, and people drive me crazy. They go, how the hell do you do that? You know, it's not because I'm some kind of genius. It's because that's all I do. I have a guy who just said to me, he goes, Phil, how do you do it? I said, well, what do you do for a living? He says, I'm a dentist. Okay, ask me what I do for a living. He goes, what do you do? I said, I wake up in the morning and I rent that damn building, right? That's all I do. I think about that building. Should I make a video about the building? Can I do this? Can I do that? I'm marketing it like crazy. I'll do anything for the people in that building. And they know it, and they love it, and that's why they stay with me, most of them. So what I was doing, in 2005, I never timed the market very good when I was buying it, but in 2005, I knew we were at the top. So I had a large portfolio of residential properties, and I started to dump things. And I found this building for sale. It was for sale for like $2.3 million, and I put an offer on the table for $2.1 million. And at the time, and they accepted my offer, and at the time I only had $10,000 in the bank. And these guys, the realtors on this project were from Marcus and Millichap. I don't know if you guys know them, but they're the biggest commercial real estate firm in Philadelphia. They were getting paid approximately $140,000 commission to represent the seller on this building, and they never even asked me to show